count noun can be either in a singular form or a plural form, or it can be a special form called collective noun. Now let's see what these three forms of noun are. Singular noun is a type of a countable noun that denotes one person, one place, or one thing, or one of that noun. So the words boy, house, book, they are all singular nouns. Compared to that, plural noun, which is also a countable type of noun, denotes more than one person's, one places, or one things. And examples are boys is a plural form of boy, houses is a plural form of house, and books is a plural form of the word book. For singular and plural nouns, watch our video lecture on how to make plural form from singular form of nouns. A rare form of noun is called collective noun, where many, which is a plural, are represented by a singular form of noun. Let me give some examples. Like army is a collective noun, it represents many soldiers. So soldiers is a plural noun, but the collective noun word for that is army, and that is a singular noun. Army is marching, so singular noun. Similarly, if there are many sheep, then the collective form is called a herd. Similarly, if there are many fish, collectively they are called as school. Or if there are many students, they are called by a collective noun class or school. When there are many lions together, it is called a pride of lions. So pride is a collective noun. If there are many baboon monkeys together, it is called a congress of baboons. So collective noun is unusual that it represents many, but it's a singular form. As a collection, we use one word for that collection, which is a singular form. So we saw there are three types of count nouns: singular, plural, and a rare type or uncommon type of noun called a collective noun. A noun can be a concrete noun or abstract noun. Now do not confuse concrete noun with mass noun, which is a other name for non-countable noun. Do not confuse the word concrete noun with the word material noun, which represents various materials. So be very clear about those two other words. So concrete noun and abstract noun is another way we can divide our nouns. What is a concrete noun? Concrete noun is something that you can sense. So you can call it a noun that you can sense either by your sense of touch or by your sense of vision through your eyes, or you can hear through your ears, or you can smell or taste. All those words are called concrete nouns because you can feel them. You can touch them, see them, or hear them, or smell them, or taste them. So room is a concrete noun, so also boy, you can touch them. Rainbow is a concrete noun because you can see it. Same is the sky. Speech and odor are also concrete nouns. So concrete here doesn't mean just solid that you can touch, but also includes things that you can see, hear about, or hear them, smell them, or taste them. Compared to that, abstract nouns are those that you cannot sense through your sense of touch, hearing, seeing, smelling, or taste. So love, victory, commitment, hate, and there are many more examples like that. You cannot touch or hear or see or smell or taste these nouns, so they are called abstract nouns. So to summarize, noun denotes the name of a person, place, thing, material, animal, measure, concept, quality, or feeling. A noun can either be a proper noun or a common noun or a collective noun. It can be either a countable noun or non-countable noun. Countable nouns can be further divided into singular or plural and the uncommon form collective noun. A noun may also be classified as a concrete noun or an abstract noun. Now let's look at some other uncommon types of nouns. Less common types of nouns include a possessive noun, an adjective noun or a noun phrase, combined words as nouns, nouns derived from verbs, and material nouns. Let's look at these one by one. A possessive noun shows possession of something by a noun. So when we say Ram's book, means this book belongs to Ram. Ram possesses that book. He is the owner of that book, so we say Ram's book. So it's a possessive noun. It's a possessive form of noun. Here is another example, boy's car. See, there is a little apostrophe there. That means this car belongs to boys. So boy's car. So here this word boys is a possessive form of noun. Learn more from our presentation on possessive form of different words. There are different rules how to make possessive, and there is a separate video lecture on that. Now, what is an adjective noun? Adjectives are the words that describe a noun. So when we say beautiful flower, flower is a noun and beautiful is an adjective. However, when a noun describes another noun, then that noun works as an adjective and we call it adjective noun. Examples, for example, football ground. Here football tells what type of ground it is. So football is an adjective noun. Another example, cricket team. So word cricket is explaining what type of team it is. It is telling more about the noun team. So it's an adjective noun. It is a noun but working as an adjective because it is explaining the noun team. Learn more about adjective nouns in our video presentation on adjectives. nouns from verbs. They are called gerund, and usually they are made by adding ing to the verb. These nouns denote name of an activity and not the action itself. So they indicate the name of the activity, and that is why they are a noun, but they don't indicate the action itself, and that will be clear by the example here. To read is a verb. Reading can be used as a noun. Reading can also be used as a verb, and that's where the difference is. If I say I am reading or he is reading, that reading is a verb. But when I say reading is a good habit, here reading is being used as a noun. This is the noun, this is the verb, and this is the object of the sentence. So here reading is used as a noun. To play is a verb, like he is playing is a verb. But playing can also be used as a noun, like playing makes him short of breath. So here the word playing is being used as a noun. Learn more about this form of noun and different verbs in different forms from our video presentation on verbs. Material nouns, some consider these as a part of things when we were defining the word noun. Others consider it as an independent class of nouns. It does not matter where you consider them. The bottom line is you should know that the words like wood, iron, oxygen, water, copper, plastic, they all indicate materials of different types, and they are all nouns. Now sometimes nouns are made by combining different words. They can either have a hyphen like these, or they may not have a hyphen between the words. So there are two words here, mother-in-law and commander-in-chief. These both words are nouns. Mother-in-law is a noun, commander-in-chief is a noun. But they are formed by combining three words each, and there is a hyphen, this dash, and this is a combined word used as noun. Below are two examples where combination of word is used without the hyphen. So weekday. Weekday means Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The days that one works is called a weekday. Saturday and Sunday are called weekend days. So here there is no hyphen, but two words week and day are combined to make one noun. Another example, blackboard. Two words, one is black, one is board. They are combined to make one word as a noun, and it is called blackboard. Sometimes there is only a space between the two words, but these are examples of combined words as nouns. Now when to hyphenate is a video presentation in itself that we have, and go ahead and learn from that when to hyphenate and when to not hyphenate. So summary, other nouns can be either a possessive noun like Ram's book, an adjective noun like hockey ground, a combined noun like mother-in-law, a noun derived from verbs like reading, or a material noun like wood, iron, oxygen, etc. So what we learned in this presentation about nouns, we learned that what is a noun, what is the difference between a common and a proper noun, what is a count noun and what is a non-count noun, what is a singular or a plural or a collective noun, what is the difference between a concrete noun and abstract noun, and we saw examples of all of those. We also learnt about nouns like possessive noun, adjective noun, verb noun, material noun and combined noun. Now subscribe now for free to get information on our educational videos in different languages as and when they are released. Click here on the screen and subscribe for free. Our videos are free for now and forever for everyone in the world. Also, do not forget to share information on this site with your friends and family worldwide, because knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied.